We gotta talk about this.
But first,
First of all, we're gonna watch a video on this. So there's a mayor in Dalton, in a village called a village or a little town called Dalton in Chicago. This woman is holding an entire town hostage, y'all. This shit is crazy. This is why I hate to be the misogynistic one here, but this is why it's a hard sell on putting like women in leadership positions. I want y'all to listen to this. We're gonna watch a video. I mean, there's a couple of videos. I want to shout out to Pink Book Lessons. We're gonna watch a video in a minute, and y'all gonna see like this shit is crazy. So listen to this. Put this on one point.
some say is a sneaky move to keep a controversial township. But first, what some say is a sneaky move to keep a controversial township supervisor in power. In part 2 of our investigative series, the mayor of Dolton, who's also the Thornton Township supervisor, cements her salary with a last-minute vote.
Our Dane Blacko reveals just how she did it. Dane?
Anthony and Natalie, she makes a whopping $224,000 a year. Now Thornton Township supervisor Tiffany Henyard wants to cut the salary of her position by nearly $200,000. What a great move for taxpayers, right? Well, the pay cut only happens if someone else gets that job.
It's maybe the worst attempt to try to dissuade people from running that I've ever seen, and that's a long time.
Longtime municipal attorney Bert Odelson says he was stunned when he saw the latest move by controversial Thornton Township supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who also doubles as the mayor of Dalton. 2 weeks ago, the township board passed an ordinance that allows Henyard to continue collecting her $224,000 a year salary. But if anyone other than Henyard gets the job, the ordinance resets that salary to $25,000 a year. Odelson says that's blatantly unconstitutional because you can't set an elected official's salary based on who's holding the seat.
You put a salary to attach to the job, to the officer. So it is a blatant attempt to dissuade other people from running and to allow the current supervisor to maintain the $250,000 or whatever it is, obnoxious salary.
I didn't receive any information, actually literally till I sat down for the meeting.
No, so you didn't know this was coming?
No.
Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez says he didn't vote for the ordinance because he was handed a 7-page document at the start of a meeting and didn't even have a chance to read it. Gonzalez says it's clear Henyard is trying to ward off an election challenge by cutting the salary of anyone who beats her by...
Hold on. Shout out to Chiroman 4L and on Kick. He says, yo, what's going on, my boy? How's it going?
nearly 90%.
Discourage people from running is probably the first thing that comes to mind.
A spokesperson for the township declined to comment about Henyard's salary ordinance, and Henyard has not responded to any of my direct emails. Tonight at 9, we'll have much more on this story and how it may not scare off a big political player who's considering a run against her.
Yo, did y'all hear that? Now, there's a lot going on with this woman, right? Her name is Tiffany Henyard, it is. She is... First of all, she's a con artist, okay? She's been spending all of the money, the city's money. They are in a deficit because she's been spending money on shopping trips, using taxpayer money to fund her lavish lifestyle, trips to Vegas, 5-star hotels, security details, all type of things. And I gotta be honest with you. This is what happens. Now, it's not to say that men can't be corrupt. Obviously, they can. But come on, to this degree, to where they don't even try to cover it up. They're like, fuck it, we can do what we want. I don't like that. Having me next to Friday Night Tights. They got 16K watching, and so I want you to watch this video. We're gonna react to Pink Book. She's been covering Miss Tiffany.
With the burden of high property taxes already weighing on the residents of Dolton, one would expect the mayor to strive to alleviate this strain. Unfortunately, that's not the case. In an email from Village Administrator Keith Freeman to the Board of Trustees, they are proposing a staggering 4.99% increase in taxes.
With the requested 4.99% increase,
Yes, you heard it right. The mayor, the village administrator, Trustee Stan Brown, and Trustee Andrew Holmes are advocating for raising your taxes.
Look what we have here. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, then Beavis and Butthead. No, seriously, you have an incompetent mayor, you have Keith Henchman Freeman, another crook, you have Trustee Stan Brown. Here is one of the only trustees in Dalton that's been holding up these criminals. Then you have the second untrustworthy trustee, Andrew, let me get some attention and put my face all on the camera, Holmes. Another one that's been super loyal to the super mayor.
Super mayor!
And completely dishonorable to the people. They have all been working with the mayor, watching.
She called herself the super mayor. Now, mind you, this woman has ran up a $7 million deficit in this town, and she's trying to pay it off by raising the taxes on the already, I mean, it is what it is, the already poor residents in that town. Are you out of your rabbit ass mind? But see, this is, I'm telling you, you know, call me misogynistic or whatever. There's a narcissist epidemic amongst women in this country. I don't care what nobody say. You can say whatever you want to say. You can call me a misogynistic. I mean, you can call me a misogynist. You can call me whatever you want to call me. There is a narcissism epidemic amongst women in this country. I'm sorry. They think the world is all about them and what they want, and they shouldn't have to face no consequences for it. They literally believe that because in the past women were oppressed in their eyes, they believe that they should be able to do whatever it is that they want without consequences, and that you should be able to suffer for. And in the end, what I need the ladies to realize is that the patriarchy that you complained about so much is in your benefit, because you see what happens when women get in power. I mean, I guarantee you that most of the residents in this town are probably a lot of single mothers with children to take care of. She's raising taxes on you. She ain't having a man tax. She's trying to raise taxes on whoever's going to pay for her lifestyle, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Her lifestyle. That's where the $7 million deficit came from. Her lifestyle. Let's continue the video, man.
Her pulled the Village of Dalton all the way down into a nearly $7 million deficit. I was the first to report on that a couple of weeks ago. And you know what plan they came up with to try to recoup some of this money? The plan is to tax the residents even more, raising taxes by nearly 5%. That's what they're proposing here. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
Thanks to the majority of the Board of Trustees, led by Senior Trustee Jason House, a special board meeting was convened. They voted against raising Dolton residents' property taxes.
I mean, from what I read and what I received, that yesterday's meeting would have asked us to vote on a 4.99% increase, meaning increasing our taxes. And today, we are not in support of that.
So my motion is to proceed with the item stated, no absolute zero, well, a zero tax increase in the operating levy, reduction to the.
Good on them for standing up and fighting, man. And this is why I say, you know what I'm saying, y'all, for y'all Dr. Umar lovers and all of that, and we're going to get into Dr. Umar too. For all you Dr. Umar lovers out there, y'all be hollering talking about, oh, the white man is the one that keep you down. Listen, you got people in power in your own community that's oppressing you, but you want to sit up here and talk to me about the white man. I'm not trying to hear that. General Vague says she knows she can get away with it. Exactly. Being a woman of color in power. Remember with old Littlefoot in Chicago? The first excuse when she got voted up out of there, the first thing that came out her mouth was, because I'm a woman of color and I'm LGBTQ. That's why they wanted me up. No, bitch, they didn't want you out because you wasn't doing your job. You was doing the opposite. The city's suffering and you doing TikTok videos. So that's why you was out. What was her name? Lori Littlefoot or something like that? Yeah, that's why you were outed. But you know, when you're a woman of, when you can weaponize victimhood the way that a lot of people in this country has, it's the very definition of power. That's why everybody wants to be a victim right now, because America has shown you that the power of victimhood is a powerful thing. I mean, it's hard to overcome the power of victimhood. If anybody can paint themselves as the victim in any situation, they have the upper hand on you, because it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's continue the video.
To the debt service level.
I make a motion that we accept that.
A second.
Hearing the motion and second, any further discussion? Okay, I ask Clerk Keith, please roll call.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown is absent. Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes is absent. Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Kudos to the trustees who came to work. They voted against raising the taxes on the people. It's absolutely ridiculous that the mayor would even come up with this, raising taxes 5%. And you already know why she's doing this. The deficit is huge. And why? It's because she's been going around signing big checks, spending money like crazy, blowing money fast, BMF style, swiping credit cards like they belong to her. And you notice all the trustees showed up to this special meeting except for who? Beavis and Butthead. Trustee Stan Brown did not show up. Trustee Andrew Holmes did not show up. These are the two people that's been riding along with Teflon Tiffany, the super city girl mayor, throughout all of her shenanigans. They're standing with her by not standing with the people. Can you believe this? The first thing the mayor wants to do is raise taxes by 5% to hand out crazy $500 fines to the citizens, cutting off their water, doing all kinds of stuff. That's her way to fix the budget? No, the way to fix the budget is for you to stop spending up all the money.
Whatever, I do what I want.
It's moments like these where the advocacy of conscientious leaders like Senior Trustee Jason House and the supportive board makes a difference. Your property taxes matter, and their commitment to your financial well-being shines through. Let's continue supporting leaders dedicated to keeping Dolton a place where its residents thrive.
Last meeting on the agenda, there was an agenda item to raise the property taxes. Why should we raise taxes for all the lavish spending that's going on by one person?
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
What? What? What the fuck? Am I tripping? Did y'all see that? Hold on, let me run that back. Let me know if y'all can hear. Let me know if y'all can. Did you hear that? You hear what he asked her and then her response to that was?
As you heard me speak today, I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards.
Why should we raise taxes for all the lavish spending that's going on by one person?
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
Full of shit.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
Actually, yes. The credit card records do shed some light on tax dollars spent at several restaurants near the Strip, including Cafe Hollywood and Hot and Juicy Crawfish.
All right, any other questions?
So you're not going to answer how taxpayer dollars are being spent? That seems odd.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered your questions.
You said you wouldn't answer about Las Vegas.
You asked me a question and I responded. So any other questions you may have?
They show township taxpayers also
mayor.
spent money on the Vegas Strip on everything from steak dinners to hotels and $3,741 just on Henyard's round-trip flight.
It's unfair to the citizens, it's unfair to the residents, and we're not even seeing the services for higher taxes. No, we will not raise property taxes, and we made that clear at our special board meeting. Just in March, this same person tried to raise taxes for mental health. The South suburbs have been hit too many times with high taxes, and we can't afford it. So we're going to put emphasis on stop spending, but we will not raise taxes.
A $7 million deficit.
I mean, he said that pause frame. I can't, y'all. I cannot believe this. She was asked flat out. Look at her face. Does this look like a mayor to you? Y'all let me know. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons for all of the work that she does. Wow. I gotta play that again. Like that was amazing.
One person.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
Yo, she was caught. She knows she was caught. And then you're gonna see, she looks over at her, I guess her publicist or whoever, because she doesn't want to incriminate herself. Look. Oh, she ain't shit. She ain't shit. She is a complete snake and she's out. Facts. That's what I'm saying. So y'all come to me, oh, the white man holding us down. No, nigga, your own people. And this goes back to, I just want to, I know a lot of y'all may not know who Charleston White is, but Charleston White talked about once about a certain group of individuals in the city of Houston whom require for a lot of artists to come and check in, right, into a certain individual before they're allowed to operate within that city. And this is a organization, I'm not going to say their name, but when you go to Houston, if you are in a certain industry, if you go to Houston, you're required to check in, or you might be considered a hostile force when you are there. And therefore you can have problems in that city if you go there without checking in. And Charleston White says, when he's asked about it, he said, nah, because you don't ask them white boys to check in. I'm not checking in shit. You niggas terrorize your own community and then turn around and deflect it back to white people. Y'all do that shit all the time. Dr. Umar Johnson, this nigga has been, quite frankly, he's racist, right? And he's been race hustling black people for years. And every live he does is, where my donations? Where my donations? Collecting donations from black people for years because he's supposed to be building this school. And we ain't seen nothing from this damn school. Not a damn thing. So, just look at this. Just look at that smile. Oh my. See, and it's messed up. Cause at least if this was a man, black or white, he would be able to play it off and keep a straight face. She can't even keep a straight face.
Why should we raise taxes for all the lavish spending that's going on by one person?
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No, God.
Hey, yo, that is the funniest shit ever. Like, bro, this is comical. But this is who y'all voted in, I suppose.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
Actually, yes. The credit card records do.
Man, that's funny. Anyway, Tiffany, whatever her last name, y'all. That's who that is. That is crazy to me. That's why hey man. Chicago going through the same thing. Brandon Johnson. I heard a story. Somebody the other day, I think it was Tim Pool, who said he got on a plane and it was like thousands of immigrants there. They flying them to Chicago. He said, whoo, good luck, Chicago. Good luck. All right, where we going?
Let's go. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby.